Hi everyone, it's Luke from Tentworld in Midland. Now we're going to have a look at swags today, but we're going to look at it in a little bit of a different way. Obviously when you're picking a swag for yourself, there's a few things to consider. How much room you want, the style of swag. But a feature that a lot of people actually don't think about is how small will it actually pack down to. Now when you buy a swag, it's all nice and neat and compact. The mattress is in there, but it's vacuum packed down, so it will appear a lot smaller than it actually is. So we're going to run through some of Darche's swags. We've got them set up, but I'll pack them down and then I'll lay them side by side so we can actually do a comparison and make sure that you've actually got enough storage space in your vehicle for the swag of your choice. Here we have a 90 wide or 900. Now we have a king single or an 1100 wide. And then this is a traditional double, which is 1400 wide. So as you can see, there's a reasonable difference in size when they're set up, but you wait till you see them packed down, there'll actually be a much more noticeable difference there. Okay, so just to speed the process up a little, we've taken all the poles out of the swag, and I'm going to run you through the pack-up process that I do anyway. Just if it's helpful, it might make things a bit easier for you. So normally I find with the swags, it's really handy to start from the sides. Just pull everything in centrally so that the edges of the mattresses are flush with the actual swag itself. So pull it in, pull your ends over, tuck under, fold down. So now that that's nice and neat, it'll be a lot easier to roll up and you'll have a much more compact swag. So the head end, where you actually have the lashing points for the straps, that's the final stage. So you start at the opposite end. Neat fold, just use your knees in the process. Now I normally recommend not putting your poles in it while you're doing this. You can put them in the final section. I actually store mine separately in the bag on top of the swag. So once you're on top, jump on top like a horse. You should have your straps in the right position and just feed them through the buckles supplied. Now, if you have got bedding inside, you are going to end up with a bulkier swag. Just keep in mind that will affect the thickness. Now these Darche swags do come with a handy carry bag as well, but I'll show them without the bag just so you can have a more realistic view of what you're left with. Nice and neat. So let's skip ahead and we'll see them all side by side. So here we are with the final product. Now we have your 90 wide, or your single, you have your 1100 wide, which is your king single, and then your double, which is your 1400 wide. So you can see there's a substantial difference in height between the swags. So you've got to remember when making your purchase that this is either going to fit in your vehicle or on your roof rack, and it's probably going to be a little bit chunkier if your bedding's inside. But the biggest thing I wanted to illustrate is that when you're making your purchase, don't go off the size of the pack down unit in the box because it is a bit misleading. So I'll step aside and I'll bring in the swags in the box. So just to show you the larger two sides. So that's your 1100. So there's quite a bit of gain once the mattress has expanded, once you pop them out. So that's your double next to it. So when you're making your purchase, just keep in mind if you haven't pre-measured your space that you want to store the swag, that they are going to be a little bit larger than the box. But other than that, they're great products, really great in winter and summer, and very durable. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on the next video, and pop into one of our stores or visit us on Tentworld at tentworld.com.au, and we'll see you soon. Catch you later.